Hello, and welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you very much for joining me as I explore this amazing twice, wide world of pens. And you see one floating, well, actually held up by a cat on a turntable rotating in front of you. So I'm not really motivated to buy a lot of new pens, but this one intrigued me because it has to do with space. So we're going to explore why I bought the pen. I bought it on Amazon. Here's the listing. It also has a few designations. It's a Hongdian WA35, also could be called 351. It's sold on many platforms, but it is a unique pen. It certainly has lots of detail. So let's dive in and take a look at it. My pen friends are certainly enthusiastic about this new pen, so hopefully you are too. Stay tuned. Pen came in this typical metal box, very well protected. Of course, it had a little plastic condom sleeve on it. And also when you buy from Easy Buy, Asvine, Hongdian, you get this nice little coupon. I've never used it. I'm happy with my relationships with them, and they do send me some pens. This pen was bought on Amazon, but shipped with Uni. And I've had my challenges with them. It took 10 days for the package to arrive from the time I bought it to the time it showed up at my neighbor's house. Not at my house, but thankfully we have a good relationship with our neighbor, and they brought the package to us. So for me, when you first pick up this pen, the first thing that comes to mind is it's heavy. Not necessarily so much in weight, but the way the weight is distributed. It's kind of top heavy. Chinese makers have been very good now at having the cap come off in less than a half a turn. So that's quite different. And we'll see a nice number 6 size nib with some interesting engravings on it. A section we've seen before from Hongdian. So if you put these two pieces in your hand, as it falls out, the barrel is nice and comfortable, as they describe in the listings. And that grip section is a little bit on the slippery side, but not overly slippery. I don't think those lines really add much to the feel. But there's a lot of very interesting details in this pen. A lot of symbolism there in the barrel. I'm not exactly certain what all those mean. It could be some kind of rocket ship there. It's maybe a windmill. But, every little piece, including the end finial and the barrel, and at the top of the cap is that red epoxy insert. We have a red star there, which I translated. And we have the Hongdian listing there. Some Chinese, which I've also been able to translate, I think, a little bit. And then the model number, WA35. And there's this lattice work on the cap, and underneath of the lattice work looks like to me like a geometric design. Could be representative of like a digitized image of a satellite circulating in orbit around the Earth. The other thing I think is interesting is the way the little details. It looks like it should be a piston cap, but it's not. It's a cartridge converter. And if we look here, we'll see that same type of detail there, which is also in the top of the cap. Not quite the same, but similar. So that's the pen. That newer type of plastic feed. The section just unscrews as one would expect. A nice rubber O-ring there, so it stays nice and secure. And we'll see a nice upscale Hongdian branded converter. It has a little ball in there, but I'll remove that. The converter fits very, very well. And it's upscale, like I say. It has that nice metal ring, that nice kind of like silicone rubber insert that will give it a long life. So there's the bits and pieces. Let's take a look at how the pen is sold. and we'll compare it to some other Hongdian metal pens. So in the essence of the Chris Wrap pen videos, we'll show you all the little details, and as we expect, the nib assembly unscrews. We'll see a nice O-ring there at the bottom, which seals up that section, stops ink from getting in between. Yeah, nothing special or unique, but that engraving on the nib is very, very nice. It's also shown up well in the listings for the pen. And it's like could be like a rendition of the solar system, who knows? I'm not good at figuring those things out. But like I say, well-made pen, as we've learned to come to expect from Hongdian. The other thing I really enjoy about Hongdian pens is this converter is very easy to take apart. This metal collar just unscrews from this plastic barrel. So I will put some silicone grease on that piston, on those threads, and of course I remove the little ball, which doesn't work, from my experience, just takes up room and makes it harder to clean out the pen when you change inks. So I love playing with light. We have a band of sunlight coming in. We've had a pretty big storm last a couple days, but it's cleared up. So as the sunlight plays across the different Hongdian metal pens I have here, to try to show you the range that they've done with these models. We have a D5 here. I think this could be the D5X with a cartridge converter, a D1, an A6, which I did. I really like this pen revisit, and the 100, which is a very ornate pen also. A lot of detail in it. And they do like the red star. Different meaning, I think, in the 100 versus the WA35. But I'm impressed, and all these are relatively affordable based on current pricing. Now let's bring in some more light as I turn on all my LEDs and let you really appreciate what Hongdian has done here. I certainly enjoy all of these pens. They all work well, they all write well, and they look great. What more could you ask for? A trifecta. So you know me, new inks, new pen, but this is an ink I haven't used for a while. I really like it. Has some green glitter in it. I thought it would be nice for a pen representing space, kind of like to show a little glitter and a little dark green, the forest viewed from a satellite. So this nib is a typical Hongdian fine number 6 nib. Very consistent line, feels good on the paper. It's not a soft nib, but it's also not a stiff nail nib either. It has a nice feel on the paper. I enjoy writing with it, and the PenBBS ink works well in this nib. I like to investigate when I have a new pen, so I looked up AliExpress, and we see a big range of pricing. But also here we see some long blade nibs, and here's an example of the sale from Easy Buy on eBay. And also I saw the 100 at a good price if you're interested in that, but also came across this amazingly expensive pen with an 18 karat gold nib, and they also did a good job at showing the different sizes. This is supposedly a number 9, and amazingly it also comes as a heartbeat. Again, I talk about the amazing wide world of pens. Enjoy them. So we come to the conclusion of this video review of this interesting pen. Hopefully you've enjoyed my exploration of the pen, revealing some details. Certainly the details had escaped my attention, but thankfully I was able to find some Chinese text, translate it, and understand better what this pen represents. So hopefully you might enjoy the pen. Hey, at least enjoy the video. And it works well. I didn't talk about the clip. The clip works fine, nice and springy, and you can see there's a nice gap there that you can put over some jeans or a pen case, whatever suits your fancy. And it's a nice design. There's no sharp edges on that lattice work, which some people find on other pens. So with that, we've reached the end of this video. I hope it finds everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, enjoying putting some ink down on some paper, looking at it afterward. So that's what I enjoy doing and sharing with you. So I've reached the end of this video, and we will say bye. Don't know what's next. Stay tuned.